We are one step farther downstream. And I want to zoom in and show you something because we have both those processes we just talked about coming together right here. So over on the right-hand side, we actually have a much better example than before of fluvial abrasion. If I put my hand on this, it feels very smooth. And it starts to streak out as we go upstream. And you might see this sort of downstream streaks really finely. I'm not sure how well the video is going to capture them. With the 3D of both my eyes, they're pretty clear. And that's above this zone that is all rough and hackly and is in fact where the river is currently cutting down. All right, what do we think happened here? So rough, hackly zone in the middle. Then we go over to the side and kind of above it is the smooth, abraded zone. All right, well, here's what I think. So the flow used to be going more directly downstream through this smooth, abraded zone. But at some point, through erosion that was lateral as well as vertical, it found this region on Looker's left. And I'm looking upstream, so that's on what we would call river right. Looker's left is my left because I'm looking at it. When we look now at the zone that's actually eroding, we see it's very fractured. It's where a couple fractures are coming together and it's breaking off into these blocks that are more order 10 centimeters than sort of many tens of centimeters to meters like the other side. So as soon as the flow is going over that, it's able to cut down and in fact start to undercut, erode underneath this larger block. And at some point, it might topple that over and allow some of these other fractures that either existed in it originally and or have been further developed by actions of weathering near the surface, probably both, just to break apart. And then this poor little block, our friend here, will topple over and start rolling downstream into the channel here. So, what's the moral of the story here? Rivers generally try to find the easiest path. Why is that? Because water goes down, and wherever water can go down faster, more water will be able to follow. So, if that water is cutting down a steeper path, it will start mining out these larger blocks and taking the easier way through. I'm going to back up and just show you one more thing here, which is that we have this nice set of outcrops where there's this, there, and then over here to the left, this other outcrop, and you can see the wide fracture spacing. Again, difficult to erode. And if we look downstream, just to give you some perspective on the hills and where we are now, we can see some more smooth abraded features in this coarsely jointed rock. But over here, the river struck it lucky, found the place where it can easily erode, abandoned the formerly abraded surface where sand and gravel moving in the flow was smoothing and gradually grinding through the rock, and found the place where it can simply pluck out bigger chunks instead of taking the granite grain by grain.